Hello, friends. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new today, I'm Robin. In today's decorating marathon video, I have taken some of my last year's summer decorating videos and combined them into one. I do love looking back over last year's videos to see how I decorated my home for whatever season we're in. So I hope you enjoy this video. I hope it gives you lots of early summer decorating ideas. If you happen to be new, introduce yourself to us in the comment section, hit that thumbs up button for me, and enjoy the video.
Waiting on the Greyhound to Chicago. I've got all my bags packed up, ready to leave. Everybody here is waiting for something.
Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Robin if you happen to be new today. This is an early Thursday morning. I've been on vacation this week. It has been fabulous. We've been preparing for Jonathan and Katie's wedding this Saturday. So by the time you see this, they'll be married. So this morning I've got up, I've tidied the house up, I've got a video uploading. I think it just finished. So this will be my, this was my Sunday reset that you've already seen also that I'm uploading to YouTube right now. But again, if you're new today, I'm Robin. I'm so glad that you stopped by. And if you're a returning subscriber, can you tell that I've been in Mexico for a couple weeks? I wish I had to go to spray tan for Jonathan's wedding. So I am sporting a tan today and I am so excited about it because I am white. So as my hair. Anyway, guys, thanks for stopping by. Today, we're going to do a refresh on my kitchen. I've been so busy with the wedding, just so busy with other stuff. I watched the grandchildren, Lainey and JD this week, so I've just had a lot going on, and I have not stopped and done a lot of summer decorating, but this is beginning today. So today, I'm going to make a few changes to my coffee bar area and just add some summer florals and some summer sweetness to my kitchen. So I'm so glad you stopped by today. Grab you a cup of coffee, grab you a snack, and watch me decorate my kitchen for summer. Thanks guys for being here. Please subscribe before you leave today. I'd greatly appreciate you.
Be on my way, I'll make it there by New Year's Eve. Stop dragging your heart around, baby. Stop letting the chances slip you by. Stop staying another day, baby. Wave your whole life goodbye. Got myself a job well in Chicago. It's not too
Okay, let me just show you around my coffee bar real quickly in case you're new to my channel or you missed my coffee bar that I decorated a few weeks back. I'm kind of happy with it and then I'm kind of not. There's some things I really want to change since I've kind of been living with it for a couple of weeks. I do believe this little basket is just a little too big. It's taking up a lot of room here on my little tray that I like to have lots of stuff on. So I'm going to trade out that basket and put this basket probably over by my hutch by the front door because I really want to use it. I found it at an antique store and I love it. And then I'm going to go ahead and someone had mentioned just changing out since I don't use those mugs. I just think they're so pretty. And I use these coffee mugs. Someone had mentioned just trading these out and that'll give me a little bit more room here on this tray. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's see something else. And every time I get my tea bags, this falls out. It's really cute. But I'm going to go ahead and just hang this up here from my peg rack where I've got all my other little antique items displayed. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Now, I did take down one of my tea towels. A lot of you thought it was a little bit too much, but anyway, I thought it was too much. So I took it down and just left my little cute summer towels. I love those. So those aren't going anywhere, guys. But so that did free up a little space back there. So just changing this out just a little bit. I think I'm going to go ahead and get a little stand for my lamp. It's a little low. It's hard for Dirk and I to kind of turn it off at night when we go to bed. So I may end up putting a stand there. I normally have it inside my tray, but this time I didn't since I've got my new little antique canisters here that I love. So since I've got my canisters inside here, my lamp just wouldn't fit. So, okay, so those are a few changes that I'm going to make here in my coffee bar area. So let's start here and let's rearrange this and add a few more things to it. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is change out this basket. Now I have a couple of them. I've got this cute little one, and both of these, this one and this one came from a little antique store. This one's more of a dark brown, this is more of a lighter. And because I think I'm gonna use this riser on my lamp, I may go with that dark colored basket. But anyway, I think either one of them would work sweet here, and they'll both go with that little towel. So let's start off by changing out my basket real quickly. And then off of Etsy, I ordered some of these crocheted hot pads. Aren't they adorable? I went ahead and grabbed a green and a cream color, and I might add this back here. Not real sure yet, but I got these to go in the kitchen, and I've got so many places I could hang them. I could hang them here. I could hang them on this other peg rack that I'm going to show you in just a second. I could hang them by the peg rack when you walk in the front door. I could put them on my hutch. So they were very inexpensive. I'll try to remember to link this shop down in my description box. If I don't and you want these, remind me, and I'll give you the link to the Etsy shop. Okay, so let's change out the basket and see what we can do here first.
Stop letting the chances slip you by. Stop saying another day, maybe. Wave your old life goodbye. Got myself a job well in Chicago.
Okay, so there's that one. That one's really sweet. So there's that one. I think I like that a lot. And then let's try this one. I want to hang it from the outside or the inside. Okay, I think this one's too short. I think there's not much room here, and it sticks out a whole bunch also. So let's go ahead and go with this one. I just really want some wicker back here. I love decorating with wicker, and I just love that summer feel of wicker or rattan, whatever you want to call that. So let's just go with this little basket, and it kind of frees up this down here for me to move this stuff around. And we'll take my little tea towel, which definitely screams summer, and let's add it like over like that. Ah, so sweet. Okay, yes, I like that a lot better. I think it just kind of frees up my tray right here. So, okay, so that one's been done. Okay, now for my little sifter. I did have my sifter. Oh, sorry, is that gonna go right there? That might go right there. Let's see. How about I don't know. I think I'm just gonna maybe just set it in my basket like. Oh, then you can't see it. Hang on. Okay. I don't know, y'all. Let's see. Let's move these down. There we go. And then let's put my little sifter right there. Okay, how about that? I know I had so many people say, Robin, your coffee bar is way too busy, and I get it. Not everyone likes it, and it is a change from my channel because over the past couple years I've been really minimal and less is more type of mentality, but I'm really trying to incorporate that eclectic cottage look into my house. So I don't know, I'm a little bit of everything. I'm a little bit of farmhouse, I'm a little bit of modern, I'm a little bit of country. Oh my goodness, I am a little bit of country, a little bit of a little bit of cottage. I'm just a little bit of it all. So here on my channel, if you're new today, you're gonna see a little bit of it all. I decorate my living room pretty modern, real simple, and then I bring a lot of cottage feel and farmhouse into my kitchen and dining room area. My bedroom is just more of a romantic, casual, relaxing environment. So I just kind of have different ways of decorating each room in my house. And so it might be a little much for you all, it might be not enough for you all, and it's hard to please over 12,000 subscribers, which is fabulous. I'm not complaining at all. But again, here in my kitchen this summer, I'm really going to spruce it up and add a lot of eclectic looks throughout the areas in my kitchen. So hopefully y'all liked this change. Okay, so we're going to leave the sifter right there, and let's do a little bit more changing here on my tray. Okay, I didn't do too many changes, just enough though to help me out. And I just took that little tea ball, I think it's what it's called. You put loose leaf tea in it that I got from a vintage store. I just laid it there. I think that's going to be a little sweeter. I liked it hanging there, but again, it just kept falling. So, okay, so then I just changed out my regular coffee cups that I use to go there. Of course, let me show you my favorite coffee cup. Hang on. Well, one of my favorite coffee cups. I love the color green. And my friend Sherry sent me this, and it just says, "Be still." Isn't it beautiful? So this is one of my favorite coffee cups. Those are my favorite coffee cups. And then let me show you one more that my friend Carol, oh, it's in the dishwasher. Anyway, I have another one that is my favorite. But anyway, I'm a huge coffee lover. I love hot cocoa. I love tea. So I've got this coffee bar set up for it all. Okay, so then I just took my sifter and added it there, changed out my basket, and moved my little holder that my friend Fran gave me. Isn't that the sweetest little creamer ever, y'all? Fran got that for me when she was on vacation. Thanks again, Fran. I love it. And then I just added a little stand to my lamp because it was going to be a little easier to turn it on and off. Derek just unplugs it half the time because he can't get his hand up in there. So anyway, and this is my little pitcher that I use to fill up my coffee pot. And then my little trivet that I got from Hobby Lobby a couple years back. Isn't it adorable? So cute. Okay, so those are just a little bit of changes I made to my coffee bar. Now let's go to our next area in the kitchen and spruce it up for summer. Okay, so here's my next area. Guys, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to put my plant in my kitchen window or in my utility room for some more light. It's just not doing good here. I propagated it from 2 other plants and it's just not doing too well. I don't think it's doing good because it's not getting enough sunlight. So I'm gonna take that plant out and redo this little vignette just for a second. And then I've got some new items to add here. I love keeping things that are functional here, so when I cook, they're right here. So I've got a few more things to add to this area. And so let's start working on changing up this little area real quickly. And I'll put out my yellow summer dish towels that I got from Target also. Okay, I'm gonna take this plant away. And my friend, let's see, who was it that mentioned I needed to move my cup towel out just a little bit more so you guys can see my cup towel. So I'm gonna take this plant away, put it in my kitchen window for the time being, and do just a little bit more changing, but I'm just gonna leave the same decor that's in here, just kind of rearrange it. Okay, I went ahead and spread out that little tea towel all the way across the tray. It took me a while to get that just right, but hopefully that looks a little better. This is where I keep my ground coffee, so I keep it right here by the coffee pot. And then I've got little matching coffee cups to go with this little pitcher. I think it's so sweet. And I just turned it into a utensil holder, and those utensils I do not use. Those are just to show off. So there's the complete look there. Love it. Okay, so now let's add some things right here. I like to keep this little place functional and cute, so we'll add some decor and some more cooking items here. Okay, so all I did in this area was change out my little utensil holder to a white one. I leave my oils here to cook with, and I've added this cute little salt and pepper set that I picked up from an antique store. I probably will not fill those up. I've got a spice cabinet right here above the stove that's got my regular salt and pepper shaker. So those are just going to be for decor. And so are these beautiful. Well, these may be used, but I'm going to display them also. Aren't they beautiful? I got them off of Etsy, and I actually saved up money to buy those. I think they were around $25. I'll try to link that shop below, but I have been saving up to buy those for, gosh, y'all, several months now, and I finally got them. They're absolutely beautiful. And then my little timer from Target that I've had for a while. So again, I just try to keep this area a little bit of cuteness going on and a lot of functionality. So I think that turned out really sweet. Okay, so here's what we have so far. Now let's move over and just add a few more touches over here to our sink area. Okay, so here's my little sink area. I put my plant up there just to get some sun. We finally have a sunny day today, but it may not stay there, but see if I can revive it with a little bit of sun. Now, I did not do anything with this little vignette here. I love this. This is a little berry bowl from Target, and then just a couple of scrubbies that I've never actually used. I just use them for decor, and some Pioneer Woman sponges. I think they're so cute for spring and summer, and then just a little riser to kind of get it off the cabinet, but so cute. So I left that alone. I had a little matching tray. I forgot that I had this that matches my soap dispenser. So I put this out. It's got some pomegranates on it. I used to be a huge Grove girl, and I've got a lot of stuff from them that I need to bring back out and use. And then in the window, I'm going to leave my little daisy plant there. And I've got some of these yellow towels from Target. I've had them for a while. So just to use things I already have, I just added one of the little dish towels up there, and I just hung it by its little tag. So good idea for any of y'all that don't want to go out and buy some new tea towels. Maybe use the ones that you have and hang them up. So that's pretty much, oh, one more thing. And then my little cherry blossom scrubber holder that also came from Grove. It's probably 4 years old, and I'll set that on this side. I think it gives it such a sweet touch, and I can also use it. So it's funny when you go to declutter your home decor items, what you can find. Okay, so there's that area. Now let's go over and work on this area right here real quickly. Okay, so I've got two areas I need to add some summer florals to, and that's going to be this basket above the refrigerator. It still had my lamb's ear in it, which I love. And then this little picture that I have over here in the corner of the kitchen, it still had tulips in it. So I'm going to try to take, I've got white peonies and I've got yellow peonies, and I thought about maybe mixing them. Not sure. Now that I've got a mix here, I'm like, oh, maybe I should do the same color. So I think I may do yellow in this picture and maybe white in this basket, but let's play around with it and see what we can come up with. I'll try to combine them first and see what that looks like. And then if not, I'll separate the colors. Okay, of course I would still add some more florals, but I don't really think I like that different colors combined like I thought I was going to. So for sure, I'm just gonna put, let's see, maybe yellow ones to show up more since this is white. I'll put the yellow ones in here, and again, the white ones in here. Okay. Y'all, these stems are extra long, but I just can't bring myself to cut them off, because sometimes if you need a longer floral, If I cut them off to go in here and I would need a longer floral for a different arrangement, that would not work. So I just kind of, you know, bend up these stems to make them fit. So, okay, so let's put yellow in here and white in here. Oh man, look how pretty those are on top of the fridge. So, so pretty. I think the yellow does look better up there. Add a little touch of summer there to the top of the refrigerator. That basket came from Hobby Lobby, and so did those florals. Okay, so here's my final look. Now, I in no way call myself a floral designer, so I just kind of put them in there and rearrange them. This one might be a little too high, but I'll work on that just for a second. And then we'll put them back over to the corner, and I think the white ones look pretty good in here also. Even though I'd originally thought to do the yellow here, I thought the white would go better with my coffee bar and just kind of blend in that area a little bit better than the yellow would. Okay, so here we go. And so that's what I mean by if those were yellow, I'm not sure how that would go well with my little summer towels there that are more like a pink and blue and green. I don't know, but I thought maybe the white would go better there. And for you that are new and don't really realize what this little catch-all is right here, it's probably an eyesore to some of y'all. However, we live in this house. I'm married, and so we have to have a place for our catch-all stuff. And this is where Derek keeps his change out of his pockets, his knife, his keys, things like that, his ear pods. This is where we keep our bills and, of course, our bread. So this is kind of our little catch-all tray. And I just went and got, this was from Amazon, this little picture here is from Amazon. I think it's in the same collection. I'll try to link them both in my Amazon favorites. Okay, so I think I have this little area the way I wanted it. I started out trying to use a little eucalyptus leaf. I'm sorry, wreath. What is this? Wreath. Thinking that might look good underneath that lamp. But I just feel like with my real plant there, it was a little bit too much greenery. So I think my real plant is going to be enough there. I love adding greenery into any of my vignettes. So I went ahead and just left that alone and then just added my little measuring cups that are so beautiful. I've got the other two over here hanging from my peg rack. My little vintage biscuit cutter. Oh, I'm so proud of this thing. It is adorable. And then my little copper teapot. And then this is a little pie recipe that I picked up when Charlotte and I went on our girls' trip to the silos in Waco. And Joanna had all of her pie recipes out, and I bought one. I think that was like $8, and I thought it was going to look so cute just sitting there as a little decor piece. And then I just snuck in a little sign back here in the back. It just says mix it up to add a little height back there in that venue. So I think this little basket turned out adorable. Lots of antiques there. So now let's move over and we're on our peg rack just for a second and see if we can just complete this area. I'm going to change out my tea towel, add another one of these green Pioneer Woman canisters, maybe with some snacks in it, and that should complete this little area. Okay, so what do you guys think about this little area? I had forgotten that I had picked up these little biscuit cutters from an antique shop that I did several weeks back, so I had to use those. So I kind of wanted to display these singly, but for today I'm just going to hang them there. Maybe we'll find another spot for them later, but I had to display those because this is kind of my vintage area. Even this sweet little tulip basket came from an antique store, which is probably not very old, but it's adorable. So all my antiques are here. I went ahead and added another one of those yellow striped towels to kind of cheer up the kitchen a little bit with all the pretty yellow. I think it goes well with my Pioneer Woman canisters. And these are all antique spoons that are in here. I say that. Two of those were, this one I think right here was my Granny Horton's. And there's an antique potato masher. There's an antique melon with the green handle, melon spoon, I guess you could say. It's so, so sweet. And then I just filled this little container up with some goodies. I don't know if I want it there or do I want it there? I don't know. We'll play around with it. Sometimes when I decorate, I kind of have to let things sit there for a few days before I figure out how I really like it. So we may leave it right there for the time being and see the next time I have a Christmas. Oh my goodness. The next time I have a summer kitchen video, we'll see if it's still there or if I moved it over there. One more thing before we leave today, guys. This is where I'm going to hang this basket. I'm going to change it out for this one. And then my new little pot holders, I'm either going to use one or two on the hutch, maybe one here on this peg rack. So I've got another video coming, guys, where I'm going to do my dining room and my kitchen hutch. So be sure that you're subscribed to my channel and be sure you hit that bell notification button, and that just allows YouTube to notify you every time I upload a video, which is usually on Wednesdays and Sundays. Every now and then I'll sneak one in on Friday. Okay, friends, that's all I have for you today. I sure hope you enjoyed this very short but sweet summer decorating video here in my kitchen. If you're new today, please be sure to introduce yourself to me in the comment section, maybe your name, where you're from. I sure hope you got just a little bit of summer decorating inspiration from today's video. I appreciate you if you're still here. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. That helps this video out so much. Share this video with your friends and family. And friends, I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I am Robin if you happen to be new today. In today's video, we're back in the kitchen. We're still adding lots of sweet and simple summer decor in our kitchen. And today it's all about this kitchen hutch. I got this kitchen hutch, I think I'm going on my 3rd year. I got it at a place called Ivan Smith Furniture. And this is one of my favorite places in the whole house to decorate, especially here in the kitchen. I love changing it around for all the different seasons, and I love displaying some of my favorite items here on the hutch. So today I've pulled out some of my Pioneer Woman decor pieces. If you've been around or if you haven't, I am a pretty big Pioneer Woman fan. That floral that she has in her collection just draws me to it. I'm a floral girl through and through. So I've pulled out just a few of my bigger pieces just to kind of add into what's already here. I may take away a few things here, but most of this will probably stay here. I'm gonna tweak it just a little bit and add some sweet summer decor. So if you're here for some summer decorating, you've came to the right spot. So just keep watching and let's see how we can transform this hutch into my summer hutch. Okay, I'm going to start by showing you some of the things that I may or may not add to the hutch. I just pulled them out because I really want to use them. I've opened the front door to kind of let some light in. We don't have a lot of natural light here in the house, so I like to open up that door and let some sun in. So I really love the hutch the way it is now. It's so pretty, but I do like to add just a little bit more color, a little bit more fun when summertime gets here. So let me show you around a few things I've pulled off my shelf and a few things I picked up from an antique store this week to add to my summer kitchen hutch. Okay, here are a few things that I already have. I have this beautiful rolling pin from the Pioneer Woman collection, this beautiful bowl that I've actually never used before, my friend Kelly. So Kelly, if you're watching, I'm finally getting around to using this bowl you sent me. It's gorgeous. And then this sweet little utensil holder that came with all the little utensils. Aren't they so sweet? So what I've kind of done is I've set some upside down so that you can see the little wooden spoons, and then some I've put upright so you can see it. So if I remember correctly, this actually came with the utensil set with it. So it was a really good deal. I got, of course, that at Walmart. This at Walmart, and then this beautiful mixing bowl that says stir up some good times. It also came from Walmart. So my ideal in this is maybe put a cup towel in here, maybe a rolling pin, some utensils. That's my ideal for that. Or maybe in this serving bowl. I'm not real sure. I really want to display that because it is so pretty. Now, here's a few things I picked up from an antique store this week as I went in there trying to find a few more things for my hutch. I love adding old and new things together. I love that eclectic look. That's what I'm going for this summer. So I picked up this really great saucer. It is from the Frank Soma collection. Hope I'm saying that correctly, but I loved that muted green color, which is what I'm going with my kitchen this year. And now this is a little new item, but I did get it from this little antique store, and it was only $3. I love the little white pot and the little boxwood plant. If you know me, you know I love a little greenery everywhere, so I thought that might be good stuck in somewhere. And then look at this great, I think this is a potato masher. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. It had the tag on it. Of course, they always take it off. That told you exactly what this was, but I don't remember. But I do believe it's an antique potato masher, and I love the green that was on the handle. I love this. I can also maybe hang this from one of my peg racks. You guys know I love doing that. But today, I'm going to use it in hopefully one of my little displays that I'm going to use on the hutch. And then last but not least was this beautiful canister. I love this. I got some other canisters to go on my coffee bar this year from an antique shop. And so I am loving that green. So I definitely snagged this up. So just a few things, guys, that I've got to maybe add some summer touches to my hutch. So let's kind of tweak what's there now and see how we can add some or all of these items into our summer kitchen hutch. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is just maybe remove some things. I think I'm going to remove my beautiful cups there, I think, and just replace maybe my Pioneer Woman bowl there, and maybe add some plates to my little container back there and some cups, not real sure, but I'm probably going to totally redo this little area. Now up here, I love displaying all of my white pitchers, my little wooden spoons. I love that. And I'm definitely going to keep my Magnolia cookbook. And then my little creamer holder, that's going to stay. My plant, of course. And then I'm going to change out my lamp for my Pioneer Woman lamp that I used last year. I got from Walmart. It's gorgeous. I sure wish the base was green. It's red, but it's still going to look really good here on that hutch. So if you've been around a while, you know the first thing I do is change out my lamp. So I'm going to take a few things off of here and then change out my lamp, and then we'll go from there. Okay, let me show you my lamp real fast. Here it is. Oh my gosh, isn't she a beauty? Oh my goodness, I got it last year for summer, around summertime at Walmart. And again, if this would be green like that right there, oh, this would be perfect for my kitchen. But I do like the mixture of green and red. I think that's really pretty for summer. So we're gonna change out this lamp for this lamp. And then I may, in my next video, wanna do some more kitchen summertime decorating. I think I'm gonna move this lamp over by the refrigerator, spruce that little area up a little bit. So let's take this lamp down and replace it with this beauty. Okay, look how pretty she is up there. Oh, and those Pioneer One pieces also have red in them. So I think to bring out more of the red, it's really gonna blend really well here. So, okay, so I think my first spot to redecorate is gonna be down here. So let's start working down here and see what we can come up with. And a couple more things I forgot to show you guys. I love using like dish towels and things to kind of soften up and cozy up an area. I got these two embroidered pot holders, hot pads, whatever you want to call these, off of Etsy. I just love those two colors, and I think they go really well with the Pioneer Woman line. And then these Hearth and Hand towels, I got these a while back. I think they're two for $9.99. I love the brown striping on them. I think they kind of add more of a subtle touch to kind of go along with this busy pattern. So I'm hoping to use some of these items also. Your first time being here today, here's where I keep all of my extra decor items or extra cutting boards. I just keep them right here in this little slot, maybe a couple of cookbooks, little things like this little Lazy Susan. So anything I could decorate with here in my kitchen, or just things that I don't really want to put up in my decor closet and I want to display, I put them right here in these little slots. I love them, like this beautiful little dough bowl. So it's a great place to kind of score like this beautiful dough bowl. It's really a great place to display some of your favorite items. So I really love this part about this hutch. And I forgot, y'all, look at these little Lazy Susans that Vanessa and Jay gave me a couple of Christmases ago. I forget about these. Look how sweet they are. And they're little Lazy Susans. So I may decorate with one or two of these because they do add a great pop of color here to the hutch. Okay, so here's what I come up with so far on this shelf. I thought about using the tall mixing bowl here, but I think I like this little bowl better because I just want to display this. I don't want to really put anything in it. It is so beautiful. So I'm just going to use this as a display. And then this came from Amazon. I'll link it in my Amazon storefront. I got this around Christmas time to display my Christmas dishes in, and I just haven't put it away yet. I love displaying all kinds of stuff in it. So I'm going to leave that there. I think that looks good. And you saw me trying to use the Lazy Susans flat, but I think I'm going to display them back there. Right now I've got them layered. I may kind of spread them out some. I'm not real sure, but here's what I have so far. Okay, I'm just kind of playing around in this area. I'm not real sure what I want to do here. I know I want to display my new little vintage green plate, and that looks perfect there. But I'm not real sure what else I want to display here. I like putting the towel here to kind of cozy it up a little bit, but I think my towel maybe needs to be going out this direction. I'm not real sure. I think you guys like it when I show you my trial and error of how I put together my vignettes. So hopefully you like this part, but let me just play around with it just a little bit more. I really want to display these adorable little measuring cups, but I'm not just real sure how to place them in there. If I do that, you can't see the inside one, and this is my favorite little pattern. So we'll play around with that just a little bit more. Okay, here's my final look on this little vignette. I think it's adorable. I added a little height and a little bit of more wood down here with that little wood stand. I think that looks so sweet. I love a fern for summertime, and so I just left these here and kind of turned those sideways so you can see the pattern on those little cups, and turned my towel around to kind of hang this way instead of the other way. And these are some of my ironstones that my ironstone items I have found in antique stores. I just love this little set, so I think this is adorable. Now I could add maybe some little wooden spoons here for a little bit more added wood to this area, but however, at the moment I'm going to leave it just like this. Let me spread out those back there and see what that looks like, but for now, here's what I've came up with on my first shelf. pulled out this beautiful dark brown cutting board with this dark brown stain. I think this goes well with those Lazy Susans that are on the first shelf. And I think adding this here will kind of ground my vignette that I want to create here and help this shelf to flow with the bottom shelf with that dark wood. Okay, and here's my little vignette I kind of created with my little mixing bowl. It's so cute. Found this idea on Pinterest. So I just took this little brown striped towel that came from Target, one of my little vintage spoons. Oh my goodness, isn't it great? And then a vintage little, oh, the tag's still on it. I got it for $12. But yeah, and a little vintage rolling pin. How sweet is that? I might could add one more utensil there, and I may, but for now, this is what I've come up with. So we're going to create a little vignette here. I'm going to place my mixing bowl there, and then I'm going to put, I think, my Pioneer Woman rolling pin here. Okay, so there's the first part of this vignette. Now let's complete it real quickly. Okay, I think this is the perfect spot to display my Pioneer Woman rolling pin. Isn't she a beauty? My goodness. And y'all, I love the dark brown on the handles. I think it goes well with this dark brown cutting board. So pretty. Now, I'm also going to complete it with this sweet little boxwood plant. It's new. It came from an antique store, but it's a new item that I got there. But do I want it to go there? Let's see. Is that too much up against each other? Let's see here. Let's move maybe this on this side. I don't know. Can't really see my utensils if I do that. So, okay, we're just gonna, how about we do it? Ah, this is so hard for me sometimes, y'all. Okay, here's what I have so far. I don't really care for this being, try to do this one-handed. Let me see, maybe if I turn that way. Put this there. Turn this a little more. Let's see here. Gosh, y'all. Is it gonna stay there? Come on now. Okay, there. Okay. I think I like this a little bit better. I don't know. What do you guys think? Did you like it the first way or did you like it this way? I didn't really like the rolling pin up against the mixture for some reason. So I think that little boxwood plant kind of, cuts that pattern off just a little bit, makes it more, I don't know. My brain is so weird sometimes, y'all. I just see it a certain way, and so I try to just rearrange it until I see it the way that I want it to look that's in my mind. But okay, so here's what we're going to stay with for the moment. Again, I may sit with this for an hour or two and come back and change it, but here's what we have for now. Look how cute this little vignette is, guys. I call it a vignette. I kind of like to do my decorating in like little stages. Like that's a vignette, and then I'm considering this a vignette. So again, that's just my crazy mind when it comes to decorating my house, but that's how I like to do it. That kind of helps me to decorate my house, I guess I should say. But this sweet little utensil holder is again from the Pioneer Woman line, and all of these utensils actually came with that little set. It is so sweet. I think I got this last summer at Walmart. All of my stuff that you'll see today from the Pioneer Woman came from Walmart, and then these sweet little crocheted pot holders came from Etsy. Aren't they adorable? And the colors go so well with the Pioneer Woman line. So I think that's all I'm going to do for the moment to the left here. Okay, so here's our top shelf, or I'm sorry, our middle shelf so far. Now let's work on this area right here. I may take that white picture away. I'm not real sure. I'm kind of a matchy person. So because I've got two of my white pictures on that side, I feel like I need to keep two of my white pictures on this side, but we shall see. But let's go ahead and see what we can do to the right over here. But here's what we have on this shelf, and then we'll just kind of show you this shelf. See to me how it flows with that dark wood. I think that looks really good. Okay, I think I have decided to go ahead and just leave this picture here and leave that little picture back there, so that will match my other side. And I think I'm going to keep it pretty simple over here. I want to display my new green canister set, or green canister that I got from an antique store last week. I got it, I believe, for $10, and it is a beauty. Look how pretty it is. I thought about maybe setting it here and maybe putting some stems in there, and then I thought, you know, I really want to use that little yellow puff that I had on the first shelf. I love that yellow, so I think I'm going to just, let's see, display this here and just add that little yellow puff here of flowers and see what that looks like, and try to keep it pretty simple on this side since the other side is pretty simple too. Okay, and here's a little sweet little puff I was talking about. Isn't it adorable? I've used this throughout my home. Well, I'll take that back. I've used this in my living room, and I've used this on my hutch a couple of times, and it's just so cute to just kind of stuff it somewhere, and I think that really looks good here on this little shelf. I love this, the muted little yellow flower. So how pretty is that? Okay, so here's what I have so far. Now, when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking it's a little heavy on this side and not so heavy on that side. I don't think it's a good balance. So I may turn, let's see, I think because this puff is so big, that little yellow plant right there, what I'm calling it a puff, is so big, it's kind of, I don't know, getting in the way of all that right there. So I think I might turn my mixing bowl and put it on this side and just kind of switch that and see if that will work a little better, because I don't have a lot going on over here. So let me try that just real fast. Okay, here we go. I changed that out. I even changed the little puff and put it on this side instead of to the left, maybe to kind of, I don't know, complete that shelf. But so here's going to be our final look here. I love the yellow that's on this little pot holder, and then the yellow that's in those flowers. So pretty. Okay, so we got one more shelf to work on. Let's see what we're going to do on this top shelf. I'm going to leave my creamer display. I love that dark brown coffee mug holder, and I'm going to leave my Magnolia Table cookbook up there. I think it is so gorgeous. So let's complete this top shelf, and then we'll be done with our hutch. Okay, one more item I forgot to show y'all is my sweet little planter here from the Pioneer Woman line. Oh gosh, I just washed it. Some water fell out. but it's probably 4 years old, guys. I bought this when I first started my YouTube channel, and just changing out your plant and what you have a plant in is a great way to change up your look for the seasons. And all I'm gonna do is take this plant out of here, out of this white one, and put it in here. So easy. I might give this a good washing before I put it back on the shelf, but look how sweet that is. Oh, that's gonna look so good on the top shelf. Okay, because this planter is a lot bigger than the other one I had, I don't want it to compete with my lamp. So I believe I'm gonna put my plant back on this side of the shelf over here by my cookbook. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so we'll put the plant on this side, and then we'll put just a few more things on this top shelf. All right, I don't have enough room or any more pegs to put any more of my creamers on my little mug holder, so I think I'm just going to set them here. I love collecting creamers. They are just my favorites. I've got the cutest ones that I've collected. I think every single one of these came from an antique store, I do believe. Aren't they sweet? But I just love collecting these. I need to find another one of these little dark brown mug holders so I can start another set. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add these. Let's see. Let's turn this the same direction. I think I'm just going to add these right here. It's all I'm going to do. I like to have a candle on this top shelf, so that's going to go there. I may put a couple of plates underneath that candle. But this is all I'm going to do, guys, on this top shelf today. Okay, friends, what do you guys think? I'm in love. I think it's so, so pretty. I just knew the Pioneer Woman pieces would add a great little summer touch here on this hutch, and I think the floral is just what draws me to her collection. So I just used some of my nicer pieces, some of my bigger pieces to help add a little summer touch as you walk in the house. The only thing I might see, guys, sometimes when I sit on something, I'm like, it looks a little off to me. The only thing I see, hang on, let me get further back here to show you something real fast. Okay, I'm behind my dining room table. The only thing I see, and see if you see it. Okay, I see there is a plant. So there's greenery at the top. There's greenery there with that little yellow puff. And then there's greenery with that little fern there. But I don't have any greenery to the left of the hutch. I know, my crazy mind. So to me, it's kind of off-centered. Because there's so much greenery on the right hand side of the hutch and none on the left. So I'm going to try to maybe switch this bowl and that little vignette there, switch that out and see if having that little fern to the left over there will help my eyes be happy, will help my little brain be happy with this final result here. So let me do that real fast. Let me know in the comment section, do you see that too? Or you're like, no, Robin, it looks just fine the way it is. So I am in no way a floral designer or interior designer. I just decorate the way I like to decorate. And that's just how my brain is half the time. So let's switch that out and I'll give you one last look.
Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Robin. If you happen to be new today, I'm so glad you guys have stopped by. In today's video, we're adding some simple summer touches to my living room, and I'm starting off by just showing you guys a few before shots. If you want to see more about all the items I'm going to be decorating with today, maybe more close-up shots, where I got them from, maybe the price, I posted a shop with me plus home decor haul this past Wednesday, and I'll link that video below in my description box, and that'll show you pretty much all the details of everything that I'm going to be decorating with today in today's video. Okay, we're going to start off by putting up some new curtains that I got from Walmart. I had said in my haul video that I got them from Amazon, but that's not correct. I got them from Walmart, and I'll also link that the link to those curtains below in my description box. I absolutely love them, and I cannot wait for you guys to see them hung. They're absolutely beautiful. So we'll first just start off by moving all the furniture away from the big picture window, get these curtains down, and then get my new curtains up. Most likely just wash these curtains and put them in the hallway because I definitely will use them again. Maybe change them out, maybe around winter time, I'm not real sure. But these curtains I put up today, they have got such a great little cottage feel to them, and they add a wonderful summer touch to the living room.
Okay, I got them hung, and wow, I absolutely love them. They do add such a great little cottage feel in the living room. I love them so. They have just enough of a print on them to kind of make a statement up here, but not too bold. But they are a little bit shorter than I like them. I like them actually touching the floor, but we're going to try to conceal that so you can't see that they're too short. So, okay, well, I have got my curtains hung up. I'm going to pull this chair out and vacuum real fast, and then we will start decorating. So what do you guys think? I think it is such a pretty look. Okay, I kept it very simple over here. I just changed the pot that my plant was in. I changed that out, put back my candle and my plant. My plant covers up all those wires over there. And then here's what I mean by you can't see that the curtain is too short with that table there. So I like that a lot. So keeping that area just very simple over here. And now let's work on my coffee table. I'm going to put my new vase there with my new florals and take this one away. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave my books here and my bird because I do love that look. I'm not real sure if I'm going to add any other decor to this. I think I just may change that out to my new vase and then leave the rest alone. Let's change out our vase first and then see what it looks like, and we'll go from there. Oh man, look how subtle these flowers are. They are just beautiful. So, so pretty. They are just, to me, the perfect spring and summer floral. And I think the vase works really well with the bird in the green book there. So I think I may leave this look just like it is. Okay, that was easy enough. Now, we're going to change up the couch a little. I'm finally going to take away these green velvet pillows that I've absolutely loved. They are gorgeous. I've had these out, y'all, since Christmas. So many people have said, take away those green pillows, Robin, and I just haven't done it yet. But today's the day. I've got some blue and white checkered pillows that I'm going to put there, and I may leave the middle one there, or I may take that one away once I put those blue and white checkered pillows there. So let's play around with our pillows and see what we can come up with. As I was going through my pillow covers, I found these. Forgotten all about these. I got these last year and I used them on my bed, I think last year. They're beautiful. They're this light blue with these little wooden buttons. I just love that look. Kind of a coastal feel also. So I think instead of trying, I also have these. Here's the little blue checkered ones that definitely scream summer to me. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that flower pillow there. I might could put a checkered pillow over there, but I really like the bird pillow. So I'm not real sure. Okay, here's what I'm dealing with. So if I take that away, I've got this on that, and that's probably too much checkered. I could change these to checkered like that, and then use this as a side pillow like that. That might work. It's a lot of blue. But I think I may go with just leaving this tan color here and then adding in this blue. And I think the tan, let's see, the wooden buttons from this will look really good up against this tan checkered. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave these on this pillow and then change the green pillows out to these blue pillow covers. So let's try that real fast. Oh, I think I like that, y'all. Yes, I like that a lot. And then I think I can get away with leaving this pillow here. I don't know, I might move this pillow over to the sofa. I do like having an extra pillow here, but we'll see. Okay, so I like this look. And do you like it? I guess I could also do them like that. Not sure. Decisions. Okay, let's finish our pillows out. Okay, now let's play around with our mantle just a little bit. Sorry guys, you're gonna have to ignore this big black fan. It is a summertime here in Texas and extra fans are definitely needed. I've been having it going on high, but so it's really loud, so you could hear me when I talk. I turned it off for the time being, but and I'm not really gonna do anything extra to the hearth area. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take away some of those books there. I'm gonna take away that diffuser and add a different floral up there, and I think I'm going to use the new candlesticks that I picked up in place of those right there. So let's see what we can play around with and come up with here on the mantle.
Okay, now that I've taken down pretty much all of the decor that I don't really want to keep here on the mantle for the summer, you guys seem to be really enjoying it when I filmed the whole process of me decorating an area. It's a lot of trial and error most of the time for me when it comes to decorating areas, and today is no different. So bear with me. I hope you enjoy my little process of adding and taking away and trying to get this little area on the mantle just right.
Okay friends, after about 100 tries, I think I finally got this how I kind of envisioned it. Just a sweet little book, a little bit of greenery, and that little bird inside that cute little cloche. I think it looks really, really good. Here's what I have so far. I'm gonna move maybe that picture around, add back some books. I really liked having books over here on this end of the mantle. Maybe scoot things in a little bit closer and add my new candlesticks since I didn't use them on the coffee table. So here's my final look. I love, love, love those new candlesticks. They are beautiful. And I'm so glad I got the green and the blue candlesticks because the green looks really good here on the mantle. I feel something needs to go right here. Let's see if I can put a little sprig of lavender right there. I know it's kind of blank in that little area. What does that look like?
Okay, so that's all I'm pretty much going to do here to the fireplace area. So now let's move on to the rest of the living room.
I like to keep it pretty simple here because this is where Derek and I sit and we use this table the most. So I'm just going to add a little simple eucalyptus wreath and then this beautiful blue candle from Threshold. I actually had it last year, let's see here, during the summer. I didn't even burn it because it is so, so pretty. I think I'm going to set it just like that. Oh, it smells so good even without lighting it. So there you go, very simple on this little side table. And all I'm gonna do on this little side table is just change out my floral to this beautiful lavender one. I love this. So that's all I'm gonna do here. Okay, y'all, I was just about to film my after shots and Amazon showed up and I got the cutest little stool to go in the living room. I cannot wait to show y'all this sweet little stool. Let's put this little stool together and let me show you the area that I specifically bought it for. Okay, and here's where I think it should go. I really wanted just something to kind of fill in that area. I didn't really want something, I thought maybe a basket underneath that table would be cute. But then I thought, a little wicker stool would go really sweet right here in this area. So let's put it right here and see what it looks like.
Okay, friends, that's all I have for you in today's video. I sure hope you enjoyed watching me add some sweet summer touches here to my living room. I just love the cozy cottage vibe that's going on in my house this year for summer. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I hope I gave you some summer ideas to also add throughout your living room or just throughout your home. I'll link a playlist down below in the description box if you want to see the other areas I've decorated for summer so far this year. If you happen to be new, I would love it if you would take a second, maybe introduce yourself to me in the comment section, maybe your name, where you're from. We all love hearing from everyone that's new around here. I have the best subscribers around here. They always leave messages and those sweet little comments, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. So again, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for spending some of your precious time with me. And if you would, before you leave today, hit that thumbs up button. Maybe consider subscribing to my channel. It's completely free, and I post videos pretty much every Wednesday and Sunday here on my channel. I'd love for you to join this great little community that we have here. Again, I appreciate you. I love you, friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.